Hello everyone, and this is my review for Monday Night Raw on November the 9th, 2015. So I'm going to go ahead and start this out this week with, what happened with Seth Rollins. He obviously over the weekend had hurt his knee and basically tore all the ligaments apart. And this sucks, obviously. It sucks for him most of all because he has to be out 6 to 9 months after the reconstruction. It sucks because it has to end his title reign, which I'm not like, there are rumors that it was going to be coming to an end here relatively soon, but who knows if that was the actual plan or where they were going with everything. But just like I said, it sucks because you don't want to see, like, as much as you watch this and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be violent, and everything like that, you want to see violence. You don't want to actually, if you put it really back into your mind there, you don't really want to see these guys get severely injured to the point that they can't do what they were doing for a living. Honestly, his character was getting a little bit better. They're booking it a little bit stronger, while still kind of making him, kind of be the cowardly heel. They're still booking him a little bit stronger in the end. And it just, like I said, it wasn't necessarily done with yet or anything like that with where they were going with everything, and it does suck the fact that he has to be out now for 6 to 9 months after tearing his knee apart, and I wish him well in a speedy recovery. I liked his heel character. And everything, and where they were going with it, and they were planting the seeds for a face turn, and we'll see where they go with everything when he comes back. Because honestly, and I'm going to go right into the actual show here, because honestly, they planted the seeds for a face turn even more here down the road when Seth Rollins comes back. And the reason why they did that was that opening segment with Roman Reigns and Triple H. And I will say that was a great segment. I like this segment. You tease a heel turn from Roman Reigns, and you even plant the seeds for it to still happen down the road because of where they're going with where they went with everything during the actual promo. But you also plant the seeds for a face turn of Seth Rollins when he comes back. And how do they do that? Because basically the second Seth Rollins gets injured, Triple H is looking for his new guy. It's like, oh, I need a new man right now. Here, oh, we're going to go after Roman Reigns. So now you plant that seeds into Seth Rollins of being either jealous or, wanting to get a little bit of revenge, because even though he had done everything Triple H has been doing for him, and done everything Triple H has asked of him since becoming champion, or since joining the Authority and everything like that, the second he's gone, he's thrown to the curb in that sense. So it plants, like I said, they plant the seeds for a potential heel turn down the road here for either Roman Reigns, or they definitely planted the seeds for a face turn when Seth Rollins comes back. I like this segment, and after that, when they were doing the WWE World Title Tournament throughout the rest of the night, that was probably the best part of the night. Outside of the ending segment with the Wyatts and the Undertaker and Kane. Otherwise, the tournament, we've seen Big Show and Roman Reigns plenty of times. I like the aspect that they throw out there, and you can even throw this as a potential, if you really want to look deeply into it, you can throw this as a potential heel turn for Roman Reigns. Like, oh, even though he has to fight the Big Show, he's fighting one of Triple H's goons. So, in the end, Roman Reigns ends up winning. So he kind of gets a pass going down the road here. But obviously they don't make it look that way at this point in time. Cesaro going over Sheamus, I thought that was a fun match. I liked the match that they did there. Obviously and then Kevin Owens winning his match as well. I like the aspect that they're pushing Kevin Owens past everything, and and then of course Dolph Ziggler winning and going on and advancing. This is where I actually this is where I actually question a lot of things on why they were doing this. Why was Tyler Breeze's first match on the main roster, not only in the World Title Tournament, but why was it against Dean Ambrose? I mean, obviously they put it in the same bracket with like Dolph Ziggler in there, so you can almost tease that Ziggler and Breeze were going to go head-to-head. But then it's like, wait a minute, he's up against Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose is more than likely going to be the guy in the finals of the actual tournament. And like why is Tyler Breeze in this match? They should have not had him in this match and had him do something with Dolph during his match earlier in the night, so you can continue on with that feud. You really didn't get much out of that feud, out of that in that sense right there. So it was kind of just like a little bit of a waste of everything, because it seemed like, you know, the first match for Tyler Breeze should have been Dolph Ziggler. I mean, that's where the storyline was going. Yet, nope, his first match is against Dean Ambrose, and he loses. Crack riding there, guys. Great job. Good one. I like Dean Ambrose. I like his character. I like all that stuff. But why Tyler Breeze? Why do you put Tyler Breeze here? I don't know. So you also... so outside of the tournament, you also got a continuation of Paige and Charlotte's feud, where, you know, they have Paige lose to Becky Lynch, but she gets her heat back by beating her down after the match and getting into Charlotte's head. Why they have Paige losing here? I don't know. I really don't know. Why did they have Paige losing there? I don't think it makes all that much sense for her to lose that match. Especially after getting the win the week before. It just didn't make any sense there. It doesn't necessarily make her look any stronger just because the fact that she was beating down Becky Lynch after the match. She just lost the match. Okay, now we should have a triple threat. There we go. Let's have a triple threat. But you also, you know, it is what it is in that case. And obviously, they were trying to make, they quote unquote made Paige look strong by getting the advantage after the match, but it doesn't necessarily mean all that much. And it doesn't mean all that much in the technical aspects of competition. Wins and losses should be the ones that matter. And just getting your heat back after the match by beating them down really doesn't do all that much, and honestly it makes Paige look even weaker going into her match with Charlotte at Survivor Series. So don't necessarily like where they went with that. I actually am liking where they're going with this whole Team Bad versus Natalya thing. I feel like I know where they're going with this. Like, Natalya keeps calling out the leader of Team Bad each week, and then, or each show. And then it's a different one. So she's already beaten Tamina, and she's beaten Naomi. Now she'll probably have to fight Sasha Banks at some point, and this is where she loses, and maybe this is where they start considering dissension with Team Bad and everything like that somewhere down the road here. So I kind of liked where they're going with that. That wasn't too bad. And you know, so we'll see where they go with that down the road. So this brings me to the final segment of the night, which is the Wyatt family doing the eulogy for The Undertaker and Kane. Great promo. Love the promo from Bray Wyatt here. And just everything that they were doing. Like the video packages throughout the whole night and everything like that. They did a really good job here. And then, of course, having Kane and The Undertaker come out. Oh, man, did that place go crazy. The place went, they went mental. They loved the aspect of Kane and Undertaker coming out, clearing house of the entire Wyatt family in there. This was probably the best way of going, and now hopefully this is like leading into some kind of just tag match, 2-on-2, or I hope they don't have to do. I'm hoping they don't do a handicap match. Like, they have all 4 members of the Wyatts. I'm hoping it's a 4-on-4 where they have to get 2 more teammates or something like that. And you can do something for them down to get 2 new teammates or somewhere down the road here. So within the next week of the storyline, they can get that in there, or it could just be a 2-on-2 match. We'll see where they go with everything here. Overall, this week's Raw. First of all, I like the aspect of them doing the tournament to determine the new WWE champion. I especially liked the promo with Roman Reigns and Triple H. I liked how Triple H was saying, "Oh, this isn't fair to you. You should be champion, all right." Trying to make Roman Reigns turn on everything there. I liked what they did with that. And then of course Roman, still playing the babyface, turns it down, and then he's like, "Okay, the tournament's for the title," and everything like that. So I liked where they went. I like where they went with everything there for the time being. Obviously, this is not like the TNA World Title Series where it's going to be over in months. It's going to be over with at Survivor Series, so it's not that bad. I'm okay with the aspect that most of the night focused around that because it kind of needed to for at least this week, and then they can build up more, some more storylines through SmackDown, and then build some more, build obviously more going into Survivor Series. If not, they might actually have the final 8 be at Survivor Series. Who knows where they're going to go with this? They might have the final 8. They might only have the final 4 at the pay-per-view, and then have a few other matches in there. Or they can just have the other 2 matches with Undertaker, Charlotte, and Paige, and then Undertaker and Kane going up against the Wyatts in this case. And then they have the other matches. So we'll see where they go with everything going into the pay-per-view. It seems a little bit interesting. So we'll see where they go with it. And overall, this Raw wasn't too bad. Like I said, it really sucks that we had to lose Seth Rollins for 6 to 9 months, but oh man, I hope he recovers as quickly as possible and obviously comes back at a 100% base, not at a less base than that. He doesn't come back too soon in some way, shape, or form. But otherwise, okay Raw going into Survivor Series, so we'll see where everything goes next week. And that is my review for Monday Night Raw this week, and I thank you guys for watching.